So, welcome everyone to this dissemination event of the network. LetHerin is an international network of more than 20 organizations now. It is open to new organizations at any point. So at the end of the presentation, you will see that we will let you know how to do it if you would like to join. Today's event is meant to help the members of the network and our contacts and our partners to disseminate the projects we are working in. So this is today's program. We will start with a short welcoming and introduction to the network and the event. We will have the presentation of Digito by Enrico or Carolina, I'm not sure who's going to present it, from Istituto di Sordi. We will have Karine presenting the project Team of Art, which they are coordinating from Les Après-Mers, from France. We have Luca Trovato from Madrid, from the Chamber of Commerce of Italy in Madrid, presenting the Being a Female Entrepreneur project. Then Arianna Vitiello from our side, from DOM Spain, presenting tools for teaching. Maya Danova will be presenting We Get project, coordinated by VO1 in the Netherlands. We have Sofia Mastrococo representing My Artist from Greece, who will be presenting eHeritage. And finally, we will have Alex, who's not here yet. He will join later, and he will present Obayas, a project that we are not coordinating, but we are a partner of. We will have a final conclusion and some questions and answers. Good. So to start with, what is LetHerin? LetHerin is an international network that works for the empowerment of women within the projects field. We do different kind of projects on local, regional, and international level. We work on different programs, Erasmus+, COSME, and other funds. Our aim is not only to work with and for women, but in general, with every organization, institution, or even individuals who want to improve the situation of women in any field. That means the labor market, the education and training field, in civic action, social actions. So in general, we work to improve their situation, but not exclusively. We had someone saying, let her in, but don't kick him out. So that's one of our mottos from that moment on. And Let Her In started with only 7 partners, but now we are quite a few more. And every time we have more and more activities. So you will see that this is only one of the first events that we will organize this year. This is a dissemination event, but we will be organizing networking activities. We will be organizing project clubs or discussion and working groups on the different fields that the network is active in. These are the fields of action and the working groups. So we have education and training, cultural heritage, sports, environment, technology, gender issues, civil participation, human rights, accessible environments, and networking. And we will probably soon add tourism, because this is a big topic now that is important in the lines of how the world is moving. So all the projects that we will be presenting today are related to one of these action fields. You will see that we have some of them related to gender issues, because this was kind of how the network was born, but now we have been expanding to different fields. Good. And here we go. We start with the first project. I don't know if Carolina will be presenting.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Good. So the floor is yours. I will be moving the slides. So if it's a bit slow, just wait, but I'm here moving the slides.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm Carolina. I work with Enrico, the director that was the name written before. And I'm an educator, and I work also on European projects for the Deaf Institute in Turin. We are in the northwest of Italy, and we deal with deaf people and deaf people with disabilities from kindergarten to university and till adult age. And today I will talk about Digital. That is a project related to the educational field. And the main objective of this project is to adapt pedagogical material for people who, I don't know, have disabilities or maybe have special needs that we have to cover. Okay, I think you can go, Julia, if you want. Okay, there are some noises, but I hope you can hear me. Yeah, okay. The main scope is, as I told you, is to help teachers to adapt their work with students who have special necessity in the digital field. And for example, we, in our daily life as educators and teachers, we see that some materials are on internet, on the digital, on computers, but they are not always adapted for everyone. So this project helps to adapt these materials and give some tips in order to improve the material for all and include all. Okay. Okay, the outputs are a guide on digital adaptation necessities. It is a guide that helps educators and teachers to understand the main recommendation and have a kind of guideline in order to adapt the material. Practical adaptation sheets, again, these are sheets that are more practical, so they move from theoretical domain in the guide and theoretical recommendation to practical exercises. A toolbox of free digital resources. These are resources taken online, so it collects a lot of links in order to look in the net and find some materials that are already adapted. And video tutorials are videos in sign language that help to adapt material also for deaf people. And adaptation checklists and worksheets, again, are more practical documents that, that can help to adapt pedagogical materials and educational materials. And in next slide, we wanted to say that the partnership is really good, and the coordinator is Logopsicom from Belgium, and the other associations and organizations are again from Belgium, from Greece, from Romania, and from Portugal. So the partnership is really covers more or less all over Europe. I mean, all the corner of Europe. And it was thought to touch all the different necessities, and each partner is specialized on a field that can help the adaptation of the materials, of educational materials. And for example, from Romania, it's an high school, and also from Greece. So we could match teachers and experts. And last slide. Okay, yeah, I finished. I thought there was something else, but no, finished.
Thank you, Carolina. As you will see, we will have very short and brief presentations of the projects, because we think this is a space for everyone to get new ideas and just to know the basics of the projects. If you want to get into more depth of any of the projects, you just write to the coordinator, to the partner, or even to us, and we will forward you more information. And we think it's a good space just to know a bit about every activity that we're doing and all the projects. So thank you, Carolina. And now we're moving on to France with Karim.
Okay, great thing. Okay, so I'm Karine from Les Imprimeurs in Paris, France, and I'm going to present this project, which is Team of Art. So Team of Art is a project to discover different artworks from our cultural heritage. And the idea is to open this kind of heritage to people with difficulties to read. So the idea is to provide analysis of artworks through a new kind of presentation and with easy to read and to understand explanations. So the idea of this project is that art and culture is part of the basic skills, and that we could use some artworks to improve our pedagogical tools to target people that have kind of disabilities or that are far away from the cultural part of Europe. So we are targeting different audiences, but mostly people with little or no access to books and cultural heritage. So to target these people, we are developing different resources, which is the next slide. Thank you very much. So we are collecting more than 100 artworks. Each artwork is provided with an analysis, and those analyses are written in easy to read level. We are working with different pedagogical dossiers to support educators. So those dossiers, we have 10 dossiers, and those dossiers are a tool to use the different artworks and how to explain the different parts of the different art periods that exist in our history. We have an accessible glossary. This one is really nice. It's a glossary. We have selected 30 different words that are mostly used when we are doing an analysis of an artwork, and they have been written so as the artworks in easy to read level, but also with a focus on accessibility about the vocabulary that is used. And all of the artworks are translated in sign language and in a visual way. We have a guide that helps educators to understand the project and to use it, and some practical sheets with advices, tips, different tutorials for digital tools, this kind of thing. For the partnership, so we are coordinator of this project in France, and we are working with an association from Italy, which is specialized into accessibility and museum. We are working with our Bulgarian partner, that is an NGO that supports innovative practices into education for long life learning and these kind of things. Logopsicom, our Belgium partners, that is into the accessibility part for dyslexic, dyspraxic, and this kind of audiences. MyArtis cooperative in Greece that works with artists and in the field of using art for connecting people and learning things. And Open Europe, sorry, our Spanish partners, which is an organization that works into lifelong learning programs in European levels. So if you want to see our websites, this project is ending at the end of the year. So most of the resources are already online, and you can access the artworks and the different pedagogical dossier or see the glossary. And more related to the women, we have a specific dossier which is about women in arts. So the idea is to talk about artists that are not so, it's always the same. We have a lot of artists, but women's artists are less, have less communication than non-man artists. So the idea is to show that we have also a huge work that we can work on, and on cultural heritage too. So there is a specific dossier about this one. So if you want to see more, you have the website.
Thank you, Karin. And as a partner of the project, I can say that this is a very, very nice project and very, very interesting, and all the layouts and visuals are very nice. And I think it will be really useful when we have the final materials for people who are not in touch with art on a daily basis.
Yeah, hope to.
Good. And now I would like to invite to talk to Luca, and I don't know if Chiara is here as well.
Hi everyone. My
Hi.
colleague Elena Bianco will present the project.
Elena, okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Elena.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm Elena Bianco from the Italian Chamber of Commerce of Spain. I'm colleague of Luca Trovato, that is the responsible of the UDESC department. And today I'm going to talk about this project, being a female entrepreneur. If you can go on. Okay, so this project is developed by 7 main partners that are Greece, Spain, Cyprus, Croatia, Romania, and Belgium. If you can go on. Okay, and the aim of this project is to provide women that come from disadvantaged backgrounds, so they come from rural areas or are in financial economic difficulties. If you can go, Julia, the previous slide. Thank you.
Sorry, I pressed by mistake.
Thank you, don't worry. So we want to provide them appropriate support and guidance to women that want to set up a business in the cultural and creative sectors. So the aim is to promote personal fulfillment during the first stages of their entrepreneurial path by improving their skills in these sectors by using innovative approaches in the training. If you can go along, Julia. So in order to achieve our aim, the project is divided into 4 main activities that we want to develop in 30 months, and we started in October 2020. If you can go along, we talk in particular about these 4 activities. The first one is the creation of an online educational platform, so an interactive map of cultural and creative enterprises in Europe. So the creation of an innovative database of laws, legislation standards, the best practices in this field, so that participants, these women, can look for examples, ideas. They can be inspired by these other female entrepreneurs in the cultural and creative sector in all Europe. If you can go along. Then the second activities is the creation of the ICT tool for the assessment of the entrepreneurial competencies, so that these women can allow autonomously to analyze their own skills in the sector, so they can be more aware of their own skills, their capabilities, and they can be helped through the use of an approach that is the Entrecom framework, but from the cultural and creative industries points of view. And together with this one, we have the third activities, that is the social skills self-assessment tool, because we believe that for being a female entrepreneur, it's important also that you develop your soft skills. So increase your sense of initiative, of leadership, your creativity, your self-esteem, being able to work in team. and this can provide a greater ability to establish and manage your business in the cultural and creative sectors. And the fourth one is the online courses, the creation of teaching and learning materials through the online course, so they can analyze not only the financial, managerial aspects, legal aspects, but also other concepts. So the creativity, innovation, digitalization, in obviously associated with these creative and cultural industries. So the aim is to provide a lifelong learning for them, for these women. Thank you.
Thank you, Blanca. A very interesting project as well, and I can say that we've been working a lot, and you as a coordinators have been doing a great job. And the map will end up looking good because there will be adding more and more creative industries, entrepreneurs, or initiatives in the map. So it will be a live project. Good. We're moving on to digital tools for teaching, which will be presented by Arianna, our colleague Arianna Vitiello. I don't know if you're here, Arianna.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hello to everyone. I'm Arianna from Italy, but I'm living and working in Spain with DOM Spain. I'm a social worker with a master degree in international relations. And today I'm going to present you a project, T4T. So as we saw before, one of our field is the education and training. And we believe in lifelong learning approach, where all citizens, no matter their age, origins, or conditions, have access to open, high quality education and opportunities to the same extent. So about the project T4T, it's a project that aimed to reinforce the ability of adults, educators, and training professionals to build and sustain an effective group dynamics in digital educational environments to better engage their online learners. Because as we know, during COVID, was a bit hard to engage the learners through the blended methodologies or online methodologies. So it was not easy to move from face-to-face classes to the online classes. So with the project, we want to guarantee the same level of learner interaction and participation as in face-to-face classes or in virtual classes. And about our objectives, we want to improve educator skills in specifics of planning from one side and supporting the effective online group dynamics from one side. And from the other one, we want to improve educators' knowledge and skills to provide and maintain high levels of learner interaction and participation in digital lessons, classes, or exams. And we are working in a network, like we are creating a network of educational professionals and training that providers in formal or non-formal and informal education, because we are working in that three sectors. And we want to promote a cross-sector and cross-countries collaboration among partners, because we have a really strong partnership that we are working on making that more strongly. And about our results, we are working on guidelines targeting adult educators, and like working on how to better set up effective group dynamics in online learning environment, because of course it's not the same having a face-to-face class or online class, but we want to get the same results. And another result is about the resource library to maintain an online group interaction and highlight available European practices, because we are looking for other countries, how they are working with blending mobilities or blending learning activities. And another result is about practical exercises, because we are having activities on language and environment education, ICT, use of creative activities in education, exercise for people with disabilities, because one of our objectives is to include everyone. So we are working on that. And on the other side, we have webinars that will test the activities with the real educators. So we are checking if we are working well and if it's working everything. And about our partnership, we are working with My Artist from Greece, EduPro from Lithuania, and Artist Bulgaria, B1 Netherlands, Poland, and us, Dom Spain, that we are coordinating the project.
Good, thank you, Ariana. As you can see, we're like a big family. We're collaborating in many projects, all of us. So whoever is not in the network in this event, you can see that yeah, we're like a big family all working together. Good. Now we're going to have Maya Danova presenting WeGet. As I said before, they are coordinating this project from the Netherlands.
Yes, thank you, Julia. Hello, everyone. My name is Maya Danova. Today I will represent you WeGet project, which we are implementing with our Dutch company VI1 Consultancy. First of all, I would like to present myself. I'm working as a project manager and coordinator, and also as a trainer, mainly in soft skills trainings. And Vitlena is also participating here. She's listening us. She's the one that established the company as a woman and as a foreigner in a foreign company, in a foreign country. So when we start thinking about this project, we were wondering, okay, we need to present our experience in a foreign country and how is it to be a woman and to be an immigrant in Netherlands, for example, and try to establish a new company and realize your own business. So WeGet is really connected with this. You could see from the start, from the beginning, the name of the project is Women Entrepreneurs, and generating and has trainings like opening new perspectives. It will finish soon in the beginning of next year. And for now, I could tell you that we are 60-70% ready with the results. Julia, could we show the next slide? And we, as I could see from the previous project, we also gather great partners from all over Europe. Some of them already present themselves, like Les Apprimeurs, Karine. Thank you for your work on this project. We're really glad to work with you. Also, Dom Spain from Spain, and Instituto del Sordi, Caroline and Enrico, and two more partners from Bulgaria, Rusi Chamber of Commerce, and Kikuli from UK. So what is it about the project? It is about the soft skills first, and how we could help and support those women who would like to start their own business. One of the main aim was to create a self-assessment tool which will help them to self-assess their competencies. And this self-assessment tool has three main competencies that you could assess. First of all is entrepreneurial competencies, then financial and economic literacy, and then you have also digital competencies, because you know nowadays this is a very important. Also, Julia, could you move to the next slide? We develop a duo e-kit structure. This is aiming for adult educators. And then the second part is e-portal for those women entrepreneurs. And when, for example, those women could start from the self-assessment tool, self-assess themselves, and then they will see which of the soft skills they need to improve or not, or which of the digital skills. And then they could go to the e-portal, and there they could find our modules and resources, different kind, that they could use in order to increase those competencies that they are lack of. And in the end, we have the webinar cycle. And on those webinar cycle, we will present some inspirational videos. But now we are completed with the self-assessment tool. You could try on our website, we-get.eu. And just let us know if you like it, if you have some feedback. This will be really helpful, because we would like really to be useful in the practical way, not only to stay like this. And okay, Julie, next one. I told you as the first part of the development of the Duo e-kit. Here are the topics of the modules: the European frameworks, the teaching entrepreneurial creative thinking, experiential learning and enterprise, motivating adults to participate in lifelong learning, digitation and digitalization of products, teaching marketing strategy to adult learners. These modules are already developed and they are uploaded in the platform in English and all partners languages. And as I told you, coming soon, the e-library and the workshop, and also the inspirational videos. We are hoping that we will finish them and upload in September, October. So stay tuned. Thank you, Julie.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Maya. This is a very representative project of what the network is doing, how to help women and everyone involved in their labor market, in their education, to improve their situation so that they can have a better life, even if they're in another country, like you were explaining. Good. And now we move to Greece with our great Sofia Mastrococo, who will present eHeritage, also a very, very interesting project.
Thank you so much, Julia. I know that I'm torturing you with this project, but I will present it in a different way. I don't know if you are still with us, tired. Don't be, because now we are going to present eHeritage. So, in a nutshell, I'm going to do something different. If we go to the next slide and just follow one by one the steps, we have 6 organizations. Wait for it. Give it to me, Julia. Oops, my artist. Okay, the other one. Go. You can. Oops, Dom Spain, Villa Greppi, Les Imprimeurs, Nicanor and Colorize. And wait again for it. How many women are we? Me, Julia or Julia Villafranca Molero, Ilaria Farina, Rosine, don't say, Nicanor again, Maya, as you can understand, and Liba Berzina. So 6 women. Are we talking then about women empowerment or, strong women? Of course, this is the case of eHeritage. So let's talk about that. Let's go to the next slide. And in a very, very brief way, I'm going to present you what this project is all about. So what we do, we actually support all those cultural workers who are struggling to adapt to a new virtual and digital paradigm and all those educators in charge of training them to do so. So we provide them actually digital, accessible, I'm going to underline this phrase, accessible and inclusive tools just for them. If we go then to the next slide, I'm going to explain you how we do that. So if again, Julia is going to click, we will see how we do that. So through, you see, another click, because, okay, perfect. So how we do that? With an online competence self-assessment tool for adult educators engaged in creative and cultural interests. Of course, I'm going to upload Julia, because actually she was responsible, to do all this digital, thing, impressive, in order to have best results about the self-assessment tool, but also in a very, if I may, in a very, simplistic way, simple, understandable, comprehensible. Then we have a training course for adult educators engaged in training for creative and cultural workers, an interactive map that is going to be finalized, I think, this month, of artistic creative objects to promote cultural heritage of partner communities, and a database of good practices. And the last, wait for it, is a guide just for you, in order, to know how to plan, publicize, and organize, of course, accessible, again, this magic word, cultural event. Thank you so much. If we go to the next slide, again, wait for more. So this is our website. You can follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you are fans of Greek mentality, you can search us via MyArtist and drop a line at info@myartist.gr. But before ending, here are some interesting stuff. In fact, only for you. Shh. Okay, look. Go, Julia. Okay. Psst. You can see what we do, 1,040 people follow us on Facebook. And of course, among them, 657 women. So as you can understand, it's a women project in a way. Then again, thank you, Julia. What we also do, because we are a very great family. Me, or I will, on behalf of MyArtist, and also Lipa Berzina on behalf of Colorize, we co-organized the first totally accessible art exhibition in Greece, and some of our partners joined us. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. I don't know if anyone who was there in the exhibition wants to say something about it, because I didn't have the luck to be able to go, but I've heard very good things about it.
But I have it, and it was great, and we have the chance to experience the exhibition, not only to see, but we have there a workshop organized from MyArtist, and it was really great. Thank you, Sophia, and we appreciate this workshop, and I will remember forever, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
Good, and now our last project to be presented today, it's Oh Bias, Your Future, which is about overcoming gender bias in career opportunities. We have Alex here with us who will be presenting it, but we also have Mario Rodriguez from Portugal. He is representing the coordinator organization. So he will be supporting Alex in the presentation. Thank you both for being here.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
so my name is Alex. I'm a psychologist, and now I'm working with Dome Spain like a teacher. And just Julia says, I'm going to talk about a special project, I think, a special project called Oh Bias, Your Future. I think that women and men are different, absolutely. People are different. Each of us has a specific physical characteristics, specific mental qualities, and a unique personality. This is not a bad thing. On the contrary, it is what has allowed us to evolve over the years and to be able to complement each other. However, we all know the difficulties that many people face in the labor market. And we also know that a large part of these difficulties are determined by the inequality between men and women when it comes to joining and being promoted in all the companies. So this project mainly aims to raise awareness of everything that goes unnoticed, but which has serious consequences on a human level. Which is the next slide. Yes, thank you. Julia Villafranca Molero. Sophia, you are the queen of the engagement. I love it. Thank you. ¿Qué pasa? So consciously or unconsciously, the wording adopted by recruiters is often tainted with terms that are culturally associated with the male or female gender and lead to self-selection bias from the potential applicants. So the public has been aware for many years of the issues that women face in regards to employability and access to the job opportunities. Even so, the matter of gender bias in job descriptions is still a problem, a very big problem, we think. So next step, next slide, Julia. So what are the main objectives, the main goals of this project? On the one hand, we want to contribute to the reduction of gender bias in the communication process in the labor market, especially in the preparation of job offers and in the curriculum vitae of potential job seekers. To this end, it is proposed to develop tools, special tools to raise awareness of bias in this context, as well as to provide guidelines and, of course, support tools for employers and job seekers. There are the two main target groups. On the other hand, employers, and on the other hand, job seekers. The second objective, the second main goal, we also want to work for social inclusion by promoting gender equality in access to employment. And we want to achieve these goals through three different results, three intellectual outputs. This is to be achieved, first of one, a guide to help identify and reduce, mainly reduce, gender biases developed for human resource managers in companies. The second result, in this way, an online space dedicated to awareness raising and gender bias assessment, also for human resource managers. And finally, on a bias lab toolkit and training package, special training package with a lot of practical activities. And this third result is for job seekers, for human resource, and also for employers. The employers can develop their curriculum vitae in a correct way related with bias, with gender bias. And well, finally, this is our website, biasproject.eu, and our social media in Facebook. Okay, and finally, the next step, Julia. I don't remember all the partners. This is a lovely team, I think. The coordinator from Germany is Visamar. We also work with Greece, P Consulting, University of Aveiro in Portugal. I think that the logo is missing. I don't know why. Sorry for this. Sorry for. I think it's because it's white and you change the color, the final color. Okay, University of Aveiro in Portugal, They have a lot of work, and I think it's a very good job. Eurosuccess Consulting in Cyprus, and also in Portugal, Nova Ria. I don't know if it's the correct pronunciation. Nova Ria, and Dom Spain. Well, this is the complete team. Special, very good.
Thank you.
And that's
Alex.
all. Thank you for your patience, and as always, sorry for my English.
Thank you, Alex. It was a very nice presentation. This project is actually make us think a lot when we are here in the office, discussing or debating on some of the results that they are producing, and we have to read job adverts or think of the specific words that we are using on our everyday work. We don't realize how biased we are while we're talking, while we're writing, and this project is making us reflect a lot. I don't know if Mario from Aveiro University, if you'd like to add anything.
Yes, well, just to reinforce, well, thank Alex and you, Julia, for presenting the project. So yeah, that's the main goal, to help even employers that are want to hire the best candidate despite of the gender, and for them to make sure that they are not using words or phrases that prevent one of the genders to apply. This is quite subtle, even to us, as Julia explained, because this came from psychology, so it's hard for us to understand sometimes why a word has a gender bias and a synonym doesn't have. So it's quite subtle, it's quite challenging, and it's been quite interesting as well. But we'll have a great team, so I think we'll at least help pushing this a bit forward, the gender equality. Well, thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's little projects like this that slowly make us change our mindset in regards to gender bias. And this is also very interesting in regards to languages, because we have many languages that have gender in their words. English doesn't. So we are also reflecting a lot on that while developing this project. Good. Luca, did you raise your hand? No. Okay. Sorry. Good. So I think we have finished presenting all the projects that we had today. Thank you very much, everyone who presented theirs. We will be doing events like this more often, because I think it's useful for everyone to know what other colleagues and partners are doing, and we can learn and have new ideas and new points of view while doing these events that will for sure help us in the new projects that we want to develop. We just get more ideas if we do things like this. I just wanted to mention some of the upcoming activities that we're planning as a network. We will be planning working groups meetings, mainly online, that will be specific for the fields of action of the network. So we will be having working groups on sports, on youth, on gender issues, on cultural heritage. Then we will be doing online dissemination events like this one. We will be doing EU Ladies Talks. Last time we had two different women, one from the European Commission that was invited by Sofia, who gave us a very interesting talk about how to apply for jobs within the European Commission. And we will be having more women invited to talk about different issues. And we organize project clubs for the members. So what I want to say with this is that anyone who is not in the network and wants to become a member, they can write to us and we can send them information about what benefits and what responsibilities they will have as members. But whoever doesn't want to be a member, but still wants to be in touch and wants to know what we're doing as a network and get regular information, you can also write to us. And we will be sending you information about the open events like this one that we organize for people from outside. I don't know if any of the board members that we have here wants to add anything. Karin, Maya, any words about what you think is beneficial from the network, or even from people who are not from the board, I don't know, Liga, what have you learned in the networking events that we've organized? Why you think the network help us to develop further our initiatives as companies?
So it's an actual question, yes.
Mhm.
Hi, everybody. My name is Liga. I am from Zini Foundation. I've been working with Zini for last year. It will be year actually next month. And I joined Lettering Network very recently, and I had the chance to actually participate in the project labs. That was this year. It was in Sofia, in Bulgaria. And I have to say, there's only good words for me coming for this exact event, because I met so many organizations few that we worked with already, but many that we didn't even know. And so we made lots of good connections, lots of good networking happened, and we applied for a couple projects. But the most important thing was the brainstorming sessions and the way we came through with our projects that we wanted to write, that we were thinking of writing, and that we decided, okay, we will take like a different direction and we'll change this and that. And it's always very valuable to meet peers and just exchange information and exchange knowledge. And it's very important to work together and be a part of community. So everybody is welcome to join Lettering membership if you haven't, and definitely consider joining us. Everybody's welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. So here you can see some of the benefits that you will have if you become a member. I feel like I'm selling something, but I'm not. And really, if whoever wants to have information about any open event that we organize or just get in contact with us, we're more than happy. The more, the better. And yeah, some questions and answers from anyone. Any comments, feedback? I hope you go back home with at least some new ideas of activities that you can organize in your own local environment or internationally. Thank you, Marta. I'm reading. Thank you comments from everyone.
I can just say that we are at least we at UNAV, that now I'm speaking on behalf of. We really want to consider, well, we are considering serious to join in the Lettering network. So I think we will apply for sure. But so if there are some prerequisites of the institutions, I think we can make it. But if it's just to know if it's a fast process or it's something we can do beforehand, or
we will send an email to the university, to you, and with anyone who you want in copy, explaining about the process. But it's easy. We are a wide network with more and more members, but still a familiar one. So it will be not a complicated process.
Okay, I can kickstart the email, because now because UNAV and UA are distinct institutions. This is for UNAV that is applying, but I can kickstart today, and then we'll see how it goes.
Great, thank you. And also for you to know, we will be organizing more networking events on specific programs, like for KA1s, for KA2s, for COSME. We will be trying to organize different networking events specific on programs and projects, project programs. So that's everything from my side. I think Sophia wanted to say something.
Yes, just, a very short promotion, actually. We are not as all the other networks. We have to focus on that. We are more family. We really like actually to create qualitative projects. That's our difference, with qualitative also results. And to be honest, we support each other in every possible way. So don't miss the chance.
Good. And here you have the information about our contact email and our contact No, there's the email and the website. Yeah, through the website, there's also the contact form, so you can use either the email or the contact form of the website. And I will stop recording.
Can we upload Julia?